What's up guys, it is Chris back with another watch video. Today we are looking at the Victorinox I.N.O.X. I.N.O.X. This is the watch that inspired me to do the Killing the SKX series. Sort of a series that sort of built this channel. I started out where I would put the SKX through a series of tests. And there is a few different tests that I put the SKX through, my personal SKX. And it was all inspired by this watch. This is the I.N.O.X, as I mentioned. And it comes in an outer box. There's a little bit of a booklet that comes with it. And this is essentially how it is packaged. I got this at a department store. It was around $300. This is the titanium version. It was on sale. Buying watches from places like Macy's is usually not that great because as I have mentioned in the past, they just sort of reach into a drawer and give you a random box and random papers that may not be the actual box and papers that belong to the watch itself. So always be careful unless you're getting a really good price. And I thought this was a pretty good price. This is a titanium version with a gray dial. There is some black red accents on the dial with a blue seconds hand. It's a very good looking watch. And this is sort of a protective shroud. This is just a compass on that shroud, and then you could just take this off, and you get, on this one, is a solid bezel. This is a 200-meter watch. It's the quartz version. However, the bezel does not move, so this is not the diver's version. You get a really nice protected crown, titanium case and buckle, screwed-in case back, obviously, and a really hefty rubber strap. Not very soft, I will have to say. A lot of relief on the underside, but it's just not the most comfortable rubber strap that you've ever had on a watch. And it's also a very weird size, 21 millimeters. I have no idea why they do that. I find that very strange, and that is something that Tissot do a lot. As I mentioned, you get screw down crown and 200 meters water resistance. There's a lot of depth to the dial because of the rehaut. It has a really deep, very angled steep to it, so it looks really good. Applied indices, you have lume on the indices and hands, 43 millimeters, and you get a sapphire crystal, of course, with anti-reflective coating. There's 3 coats of anti-reflective coating, something like that. Now, like I said, I paid $300 for this watch. I've had it for a little while. I've actually been wearing it. The watch itself is really awesome. If you go to Victorinox website, for some reason, and I don't know why, they have taken down the full list of tests that they do. And I've actually contacted the brand even before I purchased this watch to get that full list. But some of the tests that I did are some of the tests that were on that list. So they froze the watch for 24 hours. They boiled the watch for, I believe, a certain number of time. I don't remember how long it was. I did that with my SKX. They did a pressure test where they took a fire truck and let it sit on top of the watch for 24 hours or somewhere about there. They dropped it from a really tall height onto different surfaces. They did a whole bunch of really cool tests that sort of tested the limits of this watch to the fullest degree. And this is, I think, a very handsome watch. The Victorinox brand in general, they make very interesting watches. A lot of them are somewhat overpriced, and then on the secondary market and on the gray market, you could buy them really, really cheap. Currently, they are unloading, and I'm not sure if they're changing anything with the models, but they're unloading the stainless steel version of this watch with a bracelet. You can get them on eBay for $169. I have the titanium, and you know me, you guys, if you are a watcher of this channel, you know I cannot pass up a bargain, and it's probably why I am poor. I think I'm going to pick up one of those. I think it's just a phenomenal watch, especially on a bracelet. It's essentially this watch with a blue, gray, or black dial, and you get the actual bracelet, which is a very nice, solid bracelet. It's not a diver's bracelet because it's not the diver's version. It is the same version with a fixed bezel as you're looking at here. However, you do get that bracelet. The bracelet's really nice. And in general, I think these are excellent watches for the price. Like I said, I spent $300 on this. I think they retail for around $700 or $600. I think $625 actually for the titanium version, and then around $500 for that stainless steel version. And like I said, they're unloading these. There's a bunch of websites that have them, and on eBay. And if you buy more than one, they actually give you a steeper discount. So if you buy 4, they're $150 each. It's insane. I don't know why, and I've been seeing that with a few different watch brands. It could have something to do with COVID. I hope not, because I really like these watches, and I think they're awesome. And like I said, this watch is what inspired me to do a whole series of watch videos, and sort of the reason why I'm here talking to you guys today is because of those series of watches. I really enjoyed making those watch videos. I really enjoyed making those, and I plan on continuing to do it. Maybe if I buy that $169 version, maybe I'll put it through the same tests that they did, just to see if it actually can withstand those tests. I believe that it probably could, because it's a pretty amazing watch. Anyway, I really like this watch. As I mentioned, titanium case. The crown is awesome on this watch. It's one of the nicest features on this watch. It's fully encased in these protectors. You have a very angular shaped bezel. It is a round bezel, but then it's just flattened in certain areas to give you the effect of sort of like that AP sort of integrated bezel look. You have a really nice integration into the bracelet because you have that extra piece of metal on the actual case, and so the bracelet actually, the buckle, the strap actually sits flushly with the case, so there is no light that shines through, and you don't have curved end links, so it's not a pain to change. I think it's a really good design, and like I said, this crown is really grippy, very easy to handle, and very, very protected. And this is a very protected watch. Obviously, they went through all the problems, all the tests that they did. It's a pretty robust watch. The only thing I would say is a very odd placement of the date. There is a white date window. I don't know why they did that. Either way, it's not a big problem. I think they need to put a date on a watch like this just because it's really meant for the masses, maybe not just people who are into watches. It's just meant for everybody, so they need to put a date window. They probably could have replaced the indice at 4 o'clock or put it at 6 o'clock, do something a little bit different. That would have worked. And it also comes with a pretty generic buckle. It is engraved and signed, but it is a very generic buckle. Other than that, I really like this watch. I'll be wearing it, and I have been wearing it, and I can go through a full review maybe sometime in the future. Maybe what I'll do is, if I buy that stainless steel version, I will do an unboxing and a review then of both of these watches, or just the stainless steel watch. Definitely check it out on eBay. Normally I don't point you guys towards eBay, but for $169, that's a real bargain, and I think that's a pretty good deal. Anyway, I'm gonna do a quick lume shot. I'll even do a 2-stage lume shot just so you guys can see, and I will throw it on my wrist very quickly before I do. Today, I am wearing the Bulova A15. This is a Pilot's Watch reissue from the brand. Awesome, awesome watch. Bulova have lent me this watch and a few other watches for review. I am super excited about that. And a review of this watch will be the first one that I'm doing. I also got 2 hacks from the watch from Bulova, the Bulova hack. Those are really awesome as well. This is just a phenomenal watch. I'm actually really blown away by it. I really think this is a special watch. Anyway, very quickly, throw this guy on my wrist. 43 millimeters. It's not exceptionally thin either. It's about 15 millimeters thick. So it's not a thin watch, it's not a small watch by any means, but at $169 or even $300 in this matter, this is a viable replacement, in my opinion, for something like a G-Shock. This watch can do anything the G-Shock can do. This is something like that Bertucci that I got on the channel. It's super engineered, they're really well-made watches. And they're really good price. So the Bertucci has a little bit more features, I think, than something like this, but they're around the same price. So you really need to make that decision for yourself. I really like that Bertucci a lot, but this is something a little bit more maybe daily wear. That Bertucci is a little bit more tactical, I would say. Anyway, really quick Lume shot. I'll do a 2-stage. I don't think the Lume is great on this watch, but we'll do a 2-stage Lume shot. And there you go. You can see the Lume is not incredible. This is a twilight situation, and it's pretty good. You see the actually the 12 o'clock logo of the brand is illuminated. It's actually lumed, which is pretty cool. That is something very different that I have not actually encountered from a major brand. That's pretty cool. But other than that, the indices are not holding on well, and the hands are not either. What I'll do is I'll shut off the lights completely, and we will wait 20 minutes, and we will see how it holds on. So it's been about 19 minutes since I shut the lights off completely. So in total, about 22 minutes since I charged the watch, and you can see the Lume is really fading. In fact, in person, not on camera, it's actually picking up better on the camera, I would say. It is almost completely gone in person. Lume not the strong point of this watch, obviously. I think that you're not getting a real Lume monster if you're buying a watch from Victorinox. However, really not the point of this watch, I would say. The point of this watch is the fact that it's almost indestructible, which is pretty cool. Anyway, if you like this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It is super helpful for the channel. Please also follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is WatchChrisBlog. There are links in the description. Those links are to watches on Amazon. If you click those links and buy anything, it does not have to be those watches. It goes to help supporting the channel. It does not cost you anything extra or interrupt your Prime benefits. Anyway, thank you for logging on, and I will catch you guys in the next video.